CBS 17 is your local election headquarters. Former President Trump's running mate, Senator JD Vance, just wrapped up a campaign stop in Raleigh.
Among the things he discussed, Vice President Kamala Harris and the economy and inflation. Capitol reporter Michael Hyland talked one-on-one with Senator Vance today. And Michael, you talked to him about what he and the former president would do to bring costs down.
Right. We also touched on immigration and the assassination attempt this weekend, but we started with the big news today that the Fed is beginning to lower interest rates. Do you think this is the right move at the right time?
Well, look, I think it's good for American families to get some relief, but we have to remember the reason interest rates were so high in the first place, and they're getting a little relief, but not a lot. And the reason interest rates are so high in the first place is because Kamala Harris's policies caused a lot of this inflation. She cast the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Explosion Act, $2 trillion of spending that drove inflation through the roof, that then drove interest rates through the roof.
What are a couple specific things that we should expect President Trump to pursue if he's reelected that will actually bring costs down for people?
Yeah, the most important thing that we can do on day one is actually make energy much more affordable, and there are a whole host of things that you can do that. I mean, the first is that you should open up a lot of pipeline, a lot of permitting reform to actually encourage us to drill more, to build more pipeline, and to refine more oil and gas.
If President Trump goes through with these talks of tariffs, do we run the risk of reigniting inflation?
No, I really don't think so, right? Because President Trump, remember, used tariffs selectively during his first administration, and we had inflation of 1.5%. What tariffs really do is penalize foreign countries and globalized corporations from manufacturing overseas.
Ahead of Vance's rally in Raleigh, the Harris campaign held a call that included Republicans backing her over Trump. Rob Brown, who is state director for John McCain's 2008 campaign, said former President Trump has denigrated the party and killed the border bill in Congress because he thought it would help him politically.
He, JD Vance, and Mark Robinson are solely focused on revenge and retribution instead of the actual issues that are facing North Carolinians.
Vance called for mass deportation of immigrants in the country illegally and spoke about the situation in Springfield, Ohio. The Republican governor called Trump's and Vance's unsubstantiated comments about Haitian migrants eating pets, quote, very hurtful. When asked Vance if he regrets elevating those claims, he said this.
Constituents have brought those concerns to us, and I think that it's interesting that Kamala Harris's campaign is focused on those narrow set of concerns and not on the fact that we're talking about 20,000 migrants in a small town of 40,000 people who were literally brought in because of Kamala Harris's open border policies.
Vance also talked about the assassination attempt over the weekend and said that everyone has a role in toning down the rhetoric. And he said he thinks that former President Trump should have the same security detail as President Biden. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
All right, Michael, thanks so much. We appreciate it.